guy is a lunatic. I mean, he literally got shot and immediately jumped back up and started yelling in the direction the bullets were coming from, unarmed. Just tell her she won. Tell her she won. But Trump's got all those weird, coming out. I think the guy couldn't get like a bead on him, That's not a sane human being. I would have been on the ground crying in the fetal position, like, all right, give me the truck. I don't want this job anymore.
Ever wonder what happens when a loudmouth from Boston takes on the biggest mouth in politics? Well, wonder no more. Bill Burr just went 10 rounds with Trump, and let's just say it wasn't pretty for the Donald. From quips about Trump's hair having less structural integrity than a sandcastle to jabs about his business failures, Burr left no stone unturned. And Trump's reaction, let's just say it was more explosive than his famous "you're fired" catchphrase. This has always blown my mind a little bit. 91% that watch this show regularly haven't subscribed. Could I ask you for a small favor before we start? If you like this show, what we do here, and want to support us, the free simple way you can do just that is by hitting the subscribe button.
I don't want to hear it. I don't watch politics, so we're going to keep it light. All right? There we go. All right. Well, I just got over the flu, which is fantastic, you know what I mean? Just going through this Rolodex of people that coughed on you, sniffled near you, walked by an Asian or something. You try to fight it. You're like, they say on the internet, that's where all the disease comes from. The whole flight, I'm sitting there looking at his dirty Jesus feet, and all I'm thinking is the next pandemic is growing in the bottom of his feet, and all I'm going to be is the next, patient number 2. Whatever the next disease is,
Picture this. Bill Burr, just a regular guy with a microphone, steps onto the stage. The crowd's buzzing with anticipation, not knowing they're about to witness a comedy nuke that'll shake Mar-a-Lago to its gold-plated foundations. Burr starts slow, warming up the audience like a chef prepping a gourmet roast. Then boom, he drops Trump's name and the room goes silent. You could hear a MAGA hat drop, but that silence? It's just the calm before the storm. Our boy Bill doesn't pull any punches. He goes straight for Trump's ego, which, let's face it, is bigger than his,
I'll be honest with you, I can't believe Trump didn't win this thing like 4 months ago. I know that's weird for younger people to hear, but like when I was a kid, if you were running for president and you got shot and you didn't die, that was the end of the election. How about the real estate agent that speaks through her nose? Oh, there's a point. This is so difficult. It's like they overlap. I just can't make up my mind. There was nothing you could say, right? Everybody would just be like, this guy's the man. He is the king. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I think the number one reason Trump survived is all those herky-jerky movements that he does.
Burr's jokes hit harder than a fact checker at a Trump rally. He even takes aim at Trump's business skills, or lack thereof. He could bankrupt a casino. Oh wait. Burr quips, and the crowd loses it. They're howling so hard you'd think they were at a wolf sanctuary. But Burr's just getting started. He moves on to Trump's unique complexion. Trump's so orange when he goes to the beach. Seagulls mistake him for a giant Cheeto and try to eat him. The audience is gasping, shocked and delighted. It's like watching a tennis match, but instead of balls, Burr's serving up zingers, and the crowd's heads are nodding back and forth trying to keep up. As Burr's roast intensifies, the audience reaction is off the charts. People are clutching their sides, tears streaming down their faces. It's like they've just discovered laughter is the best medicine, and Burr's the world's funniest doctor. Then comes the knockout punch.
As you were driving, you were cursing at people, at other drivers, and yelling at them from the car. Yes. Do you ever find yourself in a situation where they recognize you after you've yelled at them?
I think once you start calling somebody an like that whole, oh my God, is that the guy from that show, is out the window. And you just want to win the argument. Maybe when they drive away, they're like, hey, isn't that guy from Comedy Central? I don't look at myself like that. I'm in my head, so I'm looking out, so I'm not seeing me. I'm just seeing what they're doing, and it just annoys me.
Burr goes for Trump's hands. You know, those totally normal-sized hands that definitely aren't tiny at all. Trump's hands are so small he can't even grab them by the well, you know. The crowd's rolling on the floor now, probably ruining some very expensive suits. Well, folks, it looks like the orange turd's about to hit the fan. Trump's thumbs are doing an angry dance across his phone screen, and boy, oh boy, are we in for a treat. The first tweet is like watching a toddler take its first wobbly steps into a full-blown Twitter meltdown. Bill who? Never heard of him, probably not funny. SAD, and just like that, the floodgates are open. As the minutes tick by, Trump's tweets get more unhinged than a screen door in a hurricane. He can't seem to decide if Burr's an unfunny hack or part of some deep state conspiracy to make his hands look small. Bill Burr? More like Bill Blur. Can't even see him on stage. Too small. Grumpy Trumpy's really on a roll now. Meanwhile, the internet's having a field day. Memes are popping up faster than Trump's lies at a press conference. There's one with Trump's face photoshopped onto a baby having a tantrum. Another with his tiny hands trying to hold a giant Twitter bird. It's like Christmas came early for the meme makers. You gotta feel for Trump's advisors, though. They're probably sweating more than him at a spelling bee. Can you imagine trying to wrestle the phone away from those tiny hands? It's like trying to take a bone from a very orange, very angry dog. As Trump's thumbs keep tapping, his meltdown becomes the story. Any message he might have wanted to get across is now buried under a mountain of caps lock and exclamation points. It's like watching a train wreck if the train was powered by ego and bad spray tan. The hashtag #, Burr roasts Trump is trending faster than you can say Kofif.
You think it's an LA thing or is it an everywhere thing?
It's a self-involved thing. I don't know what it is, but it's just, yeah, I'm kind of known with all of my friends for that.
You're known for that.
If you call me and I'm in the car, we're going to be talking, and it's going to be normal. They don't know how to get into a lane. They get 3/4 of their car in, and then their back fender is in the lane, and you beep at them, and then they look at you, and they give you the finger like you're the problem.
Right, yeah.
If I'm talking to a woman, because then she thinks I'm no, not you, the person in front of me, and then they're just like...
People are sharing clips of Burr's roast, adding their own zingers, and generally having a grand old time at Donnie Diaper's expense. It's a reminder that sometimes the best way to deal with a bully is to laugh at them, and Trump's Twitter tirade is following a familiar pattern. Remember when he went after those nasty women during the 2016 election, or when he had a meltdown over a SNL sketch? It's like clockwork. Someone pokes the bear, and the bear throws a hissy fit on social media. Well, folks, it looks like the old saying, laughter is the best medicine, might need an update. Maybe it should be, laughter is the best weapon against inflated egos. Who knew that a microphone could pack more punch than a Twitter tirade? Turns out quite a lot of people did. In fact, a recent study found that 60% of people think comedy and satire are crucial for keeping politicians in check. That's right, Grumpy Trumpy. The court jesters are coming for your crown. So, what have we learned from this epic showdown between Bill Burr and the Orange Turd? Well, for one, it seems that a well-timed joke can do more damage than 1,000 angry tweets. Maybe next time Donnie Diapers will think twice before picking a fight with a comedian. After all, they've got an entire audience ready to back them up with laughter. And let's face it, laughter is a lot more contagious than whatever Trump's selling these days.